He's the biggest player to hit unrestricted free agency since LeBron's decision. So my question to him is, when?
Downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, enjoying extensive new development and rejuvenation. Live from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, 2K Sports proudly brings you the Thunder at the Peak at the Chesapeake Energy Arena. First game of this trip here for the Pelicans. They're hoping to start it off with the W. And, of course, Freak. He's a guy getting integrated right now, still settling in with his new team.
You know, like you were saying, the trade has the team buzzing. I mean, they're on fire. You can already see it in the warm-up. It's how loose and confident they look out there.
You know, and also gives players a huge boost knowing that the guys running this team, the owner, the front office, they also are committed to winning. And so that, in and of itself, I believe, gives a player far more confidence to go out there and compete.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Holiday and Evans comprise the backcourt. Gortat is out there with Davis, and it's King at the 3 spot. He hits the second from the line. Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder winning their last game against Utah.
And, guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at them, wave after wave, and they really kept the crowd on mute in that one.
And it's Evans missing. Here's Oklahoma City now. Last time they met was right here, and they came out with the win.
Yeah, and in winning that last game, they attacked the basket aggressively, drew a lot of fouls in that game.
Yeah, it certainly paid off. I mean, free throws and foul trouble for your opponents. Come on now. That's a winning recipe all day long.
Now here is Holiday after Enes Kanter's miss. Davis dishes to Holiday. Davis setting the pick for Holiday. Here's Gortat. The Thunder pull it in. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Westbrook passes to Sharp. Dishes to Durant. Out to the right wing. Pulls it from 20. And that one's good. Freak. Oklahoma City on D. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now here is Davis. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Indiana.
Yeah, but I also thought the rebounding was impressive. He got some huge boards in that game.
The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Freak kicks to Ibaka. Pass to Freak. Outside Durant. 5 to shoot. And a wide open look for Freak. Evans with the rebound. The Pelicans have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. He feeds it to Gortat. The basket good off the assist from Evans.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Westbrook dishes to Freak. And it's off from 3-point range.
They've had a cold start so far, just 1 of 5 from the floor here early.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Now here's Freak. He is a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. With the shot. The shot is off, and New Orleans will go the other way with it. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, plagued by foul trouble throughout in that game. I think it just forced them into some rotations that they weren't comfortable with.
Yeah, and you know, the frustrating part, guys, is that's something that can be avoided. You know, you can correct that, but you've got to move your feet and keep your hands to yourself. You've got to show some discipline.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The first free throw is good. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Gortat. And so Anthony Davis nails both of them.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
The pass to Sharp. Rebound, Evans.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Mahimi's checked in for Cantor, and it's Vaughn in for Russell Westbrook. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked, really strong and together.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
And Anderson gets it to go.
And they can up the ante a little bit there after that basket.
Yeah, you know, their lead's increasing, and they've got to be feeling better and better about the way this game is starting to play out now. So we'll see if they can close it out.
Now here's Freak. 9-point game his last outing, and Davis sends it back. Here's Gordon. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
Pass to Vaughn. Up top, Ibaka. He's guarded by Davis. And that one's good. Durant.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Kicks it to Dedmon. New Orleans moving it around. Down low. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
Chance to check out stats for Durant. He's been fantastic last 10 games or so, getting around 24 points per, 6 assists and 6 rebounds. So much of what this team does revolves around his offense.
Well, his mindset allows him to stack those points up. He wants to carry the load, and clearly he does.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Varejao comes in for Serge Ibaka, and it's Waiters in for Kevin Durant.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg, cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
5 on the clock. Here's Gordon. Offensive rebound.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Sharp, the pass to Varejao. Now here's Freak. He's covered by Anderson. And it's Freak missing.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Nine seconds left to play in the first. Here's Collins, and he lays it straight in. Collins has got his first points in this one.
And that's what you like to see right there. A solid move to give himself some room.
And one of the rising stars in the NBA is Anthony Davis. His offensive game is growing by leaps and bounds, and he talked about his area of focus.
A lot of face-up, like to do the one dribble pull-up. You like to do the one dribble, just fade back off one.
Well, I'll tell you could be here for the Thunder. Mahinmi's checked in for Verajao. Ibaka comes in for Enes Kanter. Freaks checked in for Dion Waiters. And Barea subbed in for Russell Westbrook. So for New Orleans right now, Ryan Anderson out there with Collins. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. Then there's Gordon. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
Kevin, let's take a look at what the Oklahoma Thunder did over the last month in the league ranking. 3rd in fewest turnovers per game. 3rd in opponent offense. And they also show up top 5 in team field goal percentage. That's excellent. Actually, that's elite level.
They don't make many mistakes. I just love the mental toughness. You saw 3rd fewest turnovers per game.